Today's video is sponsored by UT1Buy.com. If you would like to buy a FIFA 15 Ultimate Team accounts preloaded with millions of coins, then make sure you check them out and use the code JarradHD to get 5% off your order.
Nice.
G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to episode number 48 of the Walsall Road to Glory Career Mode series. We kick off today's episode trying to go in for Marouane Fellaini once again, and Man United, they will just not budge. They keep saying £4.7 million, so I decided to bite the bullet and offer up that extra 400k and go in for Fellaini. And United, they did accept our transfer offer, so now it is contract negotiations time for the big Belge beast. Crucial first team, 70k a week and a 2-year contract. And then look at this. The England Football Association want us to be their manager. This was an extremely tempting offer, but I've kind of decided to myself that I will not manage any international team except for Australia, because the 2018 World Cup is coming up next season in the game, so I really want to be using Australia for that. But our first matchup of today's episode is at home. Aston Villa are travelling to take us on in the first game of the Premier League season, I do believe it is, so hopefully we can kick off our Premier League campaign on the right foot. If we can qualify for Europa League again this season, then that is a huge success in my opinion. But Aston Villa, they do start on the attack here. Fabian Delph takes the strike from outside the box, but he does manage to pull it across his body, and it does go out for a goal kick. On the stroke of half-time, though, Ryan Gold, the Scottish Messi, back heel to Baxendale. First time into Danny Ings, out to Balassi. Balassi on the volley, but that is a fantastic save there from Brad Guzan. And then 45 minutes into it, still a few minutes after that, Zelalem trying to get us that go-ahead goal. He's just playing around with the ball, pass it to Balassi, goes to Danny Ings. Danny Ings with a strike, and Danny Ings scores his first goal as a Walsall player. We did pick him up on a free transfer in the January transfer window last season, and he scores on debut for Walsall. Fantastic goal there from the English striker, and that makes me happy. With 15 minutes to play though, Smith is unleashed here for Aston Villa. 1-on-1 with Moret. And fortunately, the shot goes just to the left-hand side of the post. And then with 2 minutes to play, Gold to Baxendale. Baxendale back to Gold. Ryan Gold, can he secure the victory? 1-on-1, he cannot. A fantastic save there from Brad Guzan, but that goal does not matter. We pick up a 1-0 victory at home against Aston Villa to kick off our Premier League season in the right style. Fantastic stuff. Pushing on though, fantastic, get in there lads. Marouane Fellaini has joined the side. Our newest signing, 78 overall, 29 years old, the Manchester United player, well now former Manchester United player. He is our latest signing. That is a fantastic pickup, but look at this. This is our first game in the Europa League. It is the qualifying rounds, and if we do not win over both two legs, then we will not be competing in the Europa League. We are taking on this side. Sorry to any, I'm presuming they're Polish, but sorry to any Polish subscribers. I believe this team is Wisla Krakow. I have no idea. Probably extremely wrong, but anyways, we need to try beating them and get into the group stages of the Europa League. We're trying to get a go-ahead goal here. Cook, back to Mantum, takes it past the defender, outside of the boot. No! Sam Mantum, what a hit, son. Outside of the boot, finds the top left-hand corner, and Sam Mantum gives us a 1-0 lead over this random Polish side 10 minutes into this game. That is an insane strike from our captain for this game. Just bang, that is such a sexy finish. Oh my days. But anyways, Walsall, whatever their name is, Vista, let's just call them Vista, Windows Vista, are on the ball. Brozek for them is on the ball, passing it to Sadlock. Sadlock to Stilic. Stilic with a strike, but thankfully the Vista player hits it over the crossbar. Pushing on though, 40 minutes into the game, Saki is on the ball, passing it to Brozic, and that is a lovely work goal there from Vista, tying things up in this tie for the Europa League, and that is not good at all. We cannot be affording to giving up leads like that against par opponents. But can we get it back in the lead? Emre Can to Tim Payne, back to Fellaini. On debut, he cuts around the defender, takes the strike, but he is denied a debut goal after a fantastic save there from the Vista keeper. Danny Ings, 10 minutes to play to Fellaini. Fellaini still looking for that goal, takes the strike. He is going to be a player to be reckoned with, in my opinion, but that is how the matchup ends. We will have to travel to Poland next episode to take them on a 1-all draw. And lads, that is how we are going to wrap up today's episode. I do apologise for the episode being so short. Sometimes when you're in the transfer window and you're recording, you don't really know how long the episodes are going to be. So next episode will be a lot longer, I do promise you that. But if you have enjoyed today's episode of the Walsall Road to Glory Career Mode series, make sure that you smash the crap out of that like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you are new around here. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links, as always, will be in the description. But most importantly, lads, it has been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.